everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make Dabio the Duck. It's really easy and fast. Let's get started. Alright, to get started, you're going to need a body made in yellow. I used butter, the colorway butter. And we're going to start with the pieces by making Dabio's tail. So start by working a chain 2. Work 3 single crochet, the second chain, your hook, 1, 2, 3. Alright, chain 1 and turn. It'll be rather hard to see. Here, let me change my light. Be easier. Do that. Use that. I should show up best. Sorry about that. Alright. So now for the second row, we're going to single crochet increase in each stitch across. Alright. Chain 1 and turn. Now, single crochet each stitch across. And then chain 1, turn, single crochet each stitch across, except do an increase in the last stitch. One and then 2. Alright. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to single crochet across again. Alright, chain 1 and turn, single crochet 5 in the first stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip this stitch, single crochet 5 in the third stitch, 3, 4, 5. Alright, skip the next stitch, do it again, 5 in this stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip that next stitch, and then 5 in this last stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, now we're going to slip stitch here, chain 1, leave a long tail, fast enough. Alright, that is Dabio's tail feathers done. Now we'll move on to his head feathers. Going to need yellow again, work a magic ring, and then single crochet 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the ring. Slip stitch in that first stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Now chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a long tail, snap it off, and then pull it through. Now repeat that, but instead of doing 5 chains, do 4. Repeat it again, and do one with just 3 chains. It's for a total of 3 feathers of different lengths. Now we'll move on to the beak. for the beak, we're going to need some orange. I'm using pumpkin spice. Here, let me change my light again. There, for that to show up better. Alright. And we're going to chain 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and in each the back bars, the rest of the chain, for a total of 7 stitches. And 7. Alright. Oop. Now chain 1 and turn, skip the first stitch. So skip this first stitch and single crochet in each of the other stitches. Alright, chain 1, turn, skip the first stitch, and single crochet in each of the other stitches. And then, except for that last stitch, which we're going to slip stitch into. So that would be chain 1, skip the first stitch, single crochet 4, slip stitch in last stitch. Chain 1, leave a long tail for sewing, more for weaving in ends. Alright. Now, put another slip knot on your hook. We're not done yet. We're going to join to this bottom corner here. And start single crocheting up the side. And then across the top. This is row 3 on the top. And now we're doing row 4. And then leave that out. Don't crochet over that. Crochet back down the other side. And slip stitch. Chain 1, long tail, this time for sewing, and fasten off. And now we will do assembly. Need your top body piece and your 12mm safety eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down, and then 6 apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn it inside out and put your washers on. Which takes a bit of hard work. There we go. Alright. And now we will sew on his beak. First though, we're going to need to weave in a couple ends. Tidy this up. So that end I had to skip over. Gonna run through some stitches here. There we go. And then the end from your slip knot, your initial slip knot. You're gonna weave that one in. As well. And then this you're going to leave and then trim those two ends. And we're going to get sewing. Alright. Choose your long end. Now there's a couple different ways you can position Dabio's beak. His bill. since I suppose he's a duck, so duck bill. You're going to, what you can do is you can have it really bent like this, which is cute. But if you want it more accurate, I'm going to do it like this and sew it starting one out from where the eyes are. And 1, 2, 3, 4 rows down. Okay, and then make sure that lines up. All right, and now, so since it's curved, we want curved down, we're going to skip upwards to the next row. And do that. And so his beak on, bill on, sorry, terminology. All right. All right. A stitch here. Above his eye, below his eye, sorry. Okay, and now, whoops, rethread that. And now we're going to take it back down a row. And sew on that other edge. All right. Okay, and that looks good. See, that is a duck bill. All right, now I'm gonna thread these two ends through and tie them off, and then we will sew on his tail feathers. So we're gonna get started by taking this end tip and putting it through center here. So we're going to find the center right there, and I promise that was a complete accident. I did not mean to line this up, but it worked perfectly, so hooray. That is interesting. Okay, so how you want to do this, I mean, it's always up to you, but still. I sew my tail feathers. Pulled it through the same spot. Anyways, I sew my tail feathers just up the side a couple rows. You can push the edges together to make the tail feathers fan out a bit, or you can stretch them out as far to the sides as you want. Just gonna do that, and then go back down to the center, back through. That's all, and then I'm gonna take that other end, and I'm going to find that other. All right, we're gonna fluff it here and there. Sew it up like that. All right, and kind of whip stitch it on. And then push it through. And then tie those ends together. And Dabio's tail is finished. Now, the head feathers. This bit really only works in theory. I mean, it depends on how you like it to look. I mean, a duck's feathers on the top of its head, especially a duckling, it's just fuzz, but it looks super cute. But not as much like a duckling. Just gonna need 3 of these. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my crochet hook, go here to the front of his head, kind of where, if you imagine a triangle, and go through right there, and grab all 3 of those. All right. Pull those ends through. I mean, isn't that just the cutest thing? All right. Now, how you want to secure these is up to you. I am going to show you how I'm planning on doing it, but it's going to look funny. Let's see here. Make sure you aren't pulling that chain so far through. Alright, thread your needle with one of the ends. Since they're all in the same, through the same space, it's going to make this a little tougher than usual. We're going to just find a place to anchor it. And we're going to, alright, so now I have a loop. I'm going to twist that loop, put the needle through it, pull it nice and tight. And you want to make sure that the feather it's connected to is butted up nice and tight to his head. Because like you almost want a little bit of the chain through, just a little bit. So it's better to have a little bit of the chain through than to have a little bit of just the line coming back out the other side. You know what I mean? So just do this again. Twist. Tie it nice and tight, and then you can pull this feather to fix it up. Alright. Even everything up. Alright, there we go. Now for the last one. Anchor it to a different stitch. Twist it. Here. Twist. Stick through. And there we go. Alright, all that's left is, let's see here, to whip stitch his bottom piece on. So to do that, I'm going to take an end either way, from the bottom or the top, doesn't matter. I'm going to pick one using the top, because for the last one I did the bottom one, and the whip stitching goes a little bit faster if you choose the top one, because then you're going this direction. But then again, you can always just turn the Ami around and it's the same thing. So, like I said, it doesn't really matter. This bit's boring, so I will speed it up for you. All right, and now we can push the ends through. And then snip them off, trim them up. Now we'll take our hook, fix this shaping, and there you go. Dabio is all done. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time. Bye!